Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. Welcome back, y'all. It is Freestyle Friday, all right? And I'm definitely freestyling this next topic, okay? Because it surrounds something that I just was introduced to a couple days ago. And so here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal. And this is specifically, I guess this can be directed towards women, but it's specifically geared towards men and what our mindset should be, right? When it comes to women. When it comes to women, let's just centralize this. We're not going to talk about spouses and stuff like that. We're going to just centralize this to women we don't know, that we see maybe online or in the marketplace or, in the gym, whatever the case may be, right? You got to get control, man. That's like literally just the basis of it, right? So the topic of this is, how to treat women. How to treat women, dude. Like, this is something that I had to go through too. So trust me, I'm coming from a space of experience and trial and error, 1000, okay? How to treat a woman that you don't know, man. It's gotta be with respect. It's gotta be with respect. And what does that look like? Because that word can mean so many different things. But I'm getting stories from women that are beautiful women, right? They're beautiful women. And what's going on is that guys are so enthralled by how beautiful their appearance is that they lose their sense of morality in certain instances, or they lose their sense of just human being, right? Of a human being, man. And that's a very, very sad thing, man. We really have to get control. And part of what I'm teaching right now, which it's very interesting. It's attracting a lot of women initially, but it's geared towards helping men with this, man. We got to really get control with that. And I've been through a lot of stuff to where I'm working very diligently on controlling those type of thoughts. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to have those thoughts, right? You see a beautiful woman, gorgeous, shapely, something that looks very appealing to you, right? Or someone, I should say, that looks very appealing to you. Then you will sometimes have thoughts like, oh, wow, like, okay, I get it. But you have to control that. You can't outwardly go crazy and express these thoughts to that woman just because you're like, well, I'm feeling this and this is how it goes down. Like, nah. Because, this is literally something I'm teaching my son simply because he's only been on the earth for 5 years. So he's got a lot to learn. It's like, dude, you can't just do stuff just because you can. Right? No, that's not how this goes. You can't just say, oh, hey, here's what I would do to you because you can, because you have a mouth and you can verbalize things. That is not how this goes, y'all. You really, really, really got to hear me out on this, man, because this is part of a fundamental issue with humanity as a whole. And now, and again, I'm going to tell you, I get it, dude. It's like every beautiful woman that decided to talk to me in a particular timeline of my life, I thought, yo, we need to get together. We need to have a relationship. But mostly it was thinking about having them in an intimate setting. Not about actually who they were as a person, what they've been through, what type of baggage they might have, the stuff that they may do that I don't like. None of that stuff, y'all. You got to consider all of that stuff, dude, just because they're a beautiful shell of, and not saying that they're a shell of a person, but just because you're looking at their beautiful shell, doesn't mean that they're perfect, doesn't mean that they got it all together, doesn't mean that they haven't had problems, doesn't mean that they're not working on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to really, really scale back, man. And so what I've been blessed with the opportunity to do because of my personal circumstances, I've been blessed to befriend and literally be a brother to a lot of women who I consider very beautiful. And I get it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I get it, dude. It's difficult. It is a little difficult because you're fighting against yourself. You're fighting against your own inclinations. You're fighting against your own wanting to do the intimate setting stuff. You know what I mean? You're fighting against that. And it's necessary to fight against that. You want to know why? Is because most of these beautiful women, especially once we get to a particular age, have been through some particular trauma because of the non-control of most men and their gorgeous appearance. And it's like, so we got to cut the cycle somewhere, man. We got to really figure out, okay, how can we really start to make things better? And that's one fundamental quality that absolutely has to change. If you're looking at a woman and you're like, "Ooh, wow, okay, she's beautiful. This is somebody I would want to have." You got to really consider all of the other factors. What do you really want in a woman? Do you even know that? Or do you just, "Oh, I just want somebody that's beautiful"? Like, you cannot just simply base it off of that. That is not how this goes, man. Because some of them might do annoying things, like, and annoying to you is what I'm saying, because it might not be annoying to them. That's just how they are. But some of them might have really bad tendencies. Some of them might have really traumatic past, and they have post-traumatic stress because of it. And it's like, if you're not ready to handle that, if you're not ready to deal with that, and you just mess around and be with them for a hot second, and you act like this nice guy, and then you see stuff that you don't like, and then you write them off and you bounce on them, that's not helping them. It's not helping them, man. That's part of the main thing we got to do, is we got to help them out, man. And you got to genuinely help them out, dude. Because every beautiful woman is not going to be the right one for you. And that's just 100. There's a lot of beautiful women out here, but some of them are in the occult, and some of them are in the church, and some of them are in, the X Games, and there's all different types, man. There's all different types. So you got to really figure out, what are you looking for, first of all, before you jump into anything. Okay, really figure out, okay, what are you looking for? What type of mindset out of a woman am I looking for? That's why this is a mindset topic, is because what type of a mindset am I looking for in a woman? How do I want her to respond to life? Right? And then that's when you are like, okay, I want to pursue this individual because they seem like they have a great mindset for life, and we can collaborate and build together towards something. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, y'all. There's a lot of patience that go with that, and you just gonna be fighting against yourself the entire time, man. Now, granted, okay, let me give y'all some examples of some stuff that's happened to me personally. Me personally, I was a really shy dude, right? I was a really shy dude, and so any woman that was aggressive, that was like, "Yo, I'm pursuing you, come here, give me what you got," I just gave it to them. Because I was super shy. I didn't really approach women to begin with. And because they were aggressive, I was attracted to that. Because why? Because I didn't get approached a whole lot, especially by beautiful women. Sometimes it would be a beautiful woman that's like, "Yo, I'm coming to get you. You mine." And I'm like, okay. But I've learned through experience, bad way to go about it, dude. That's a bad way to go about it. Don't do that. Please don't go into that realm, because I've learned from my mistakes. Usually that's not a good sign, usually, right? Every so often that can work out, but usually, from my experience, that is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Okay. And you can end up being really hurt, or you can end up in a situation that you really don't want to be in because you allowed yourself to go through that. So what am I saying here? So what I'm saying is, You got to really define and be patient. You got to define what you're looking for in a woman. And that's going to come through really watching who they are over time. Because everything. Time will reveal everything if you can wait and be patient and you can talk and have conversations. Now, granted, hey, some cats will wait a long time. Some cats will wait a long time, even women and men alike. They'll wait a long time. They'll wait years before they reveal themselves to you fully, and you gotta just wait. You gotta be patient, and then you gotta be truthful. You gotta be honest. You can't just be, really expose yourself, man. Don't be scared that they not gonna like you. Really expose who you are. Be like, look, this is what I do. This is what's going on. Like, you have to really be solid in yourself first. Anyway, man, that's why I started the Mindset Matters Institute, is to help you to tap in. You got to tap into who you are before you even decide to do anything else, man. Job, entrepreneurship, woman, relationship, any of that. Before you do anything, you want to figure out what you are, who you are, how you are, all of that. Really, really, really consider that, man, because it's extremely important. Otherwise, you're going to get into, so say you get into a relationship and you do get a really good girl and she is really beautiful. Guess what? You're going to jump into a situation where a whole bunch of dudes be after this chick, be after this woman. And you must have the fortitude within yourself to be okay with that, because that's going to happen. People are going to check in. Guys are going to check in to say, you sing. Why? Beautiful, obviously, and that attracts a lot of people. So if you're not that, guess what? You're insecure. You're an insecure being, and you do not need to be insecure in a relationship. That's not how you're supposed to come into a relationship. Not being insecure about, cause here's what's going on. Cause if she good and she's actually a good woman to you, you gonna start actually being mad at her for that. And that ain't her fault. That is not her fault, dude. What are you upset for? You upset at her because other dudes are hollering at her? And then you try and twist and you like, well, you got to write these dudes off. You got to be mean and blah, blah, blah. Dude, no, man. If she's just a genuine, nice person, let her be that, man. Obviously, no, you don't want her to get taken advantage of. But what's the real behind it? You know what I mean? What's the real behind it? Really, really be real with yourself. The real behind it is you scared she gonna jump ship. You scared she gonna find somebody better. And what is that? Insecurity. You're insecure. And why? Probably because you ain't doing the work. You ain't putting in the work in yourself. You're not putting in the work, man. You got to put in the work on yourself so that you are fully solid. And if she jumps ship, man, sorry for her, man. That's her loss. Messed up. She messed up. Because I got options. And not to say that I'm just always looking. It's to say that, no, I know I'm a good dude for somebody. That's why I got options. So if she decides to bounce and jump ship, then hey, that's what it is. That's her own problem. She has to work through her own issues with that. It has nothing to do with you at that point, right? You got to really, really, really figure out what you're looking for. And then really, really, really make sure you know yourself. If you do not, you will run into relationship after relationship after woman. You'll be like, what's going on? I'm meeting all these crazy chicks. Yeah, because you crazy. That's really why. It's because you crazy, man. And just in a different way. You crazy by allowing all of the crazy. That's why you crazy. Because you allowing the crazy to happen to you. You're inviting it. You're like, oh, they were so great at the beginning. Yeah, okay, but you didn't do no research on them. You ain't check out their family history. You didn't see if they were trying to better themselves. You just saw a pretty shell. And that's where we got to change. That's where we gotta change. We gotta change that, y'all, because man, it's cats out here that's getting crazy. They get crazy when they see a beautiful woman. They're like, oh, I just gotta have her. It's like, for what? You're not thinking about long term. You're literally just thinking about being intimate with them, and you have to absolutely have that. Like, is that what? For what? Really? Like, really? Like, really think about it, man. Yes, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. Absolutely. It's a wonderful thing, dude. I'm not saying that it's not one of the greatest feelings on this planet. I'm not saying that. But to what end, dude? To like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for what though? If it's not going to be sustainable, for what though? If it's not going to be for a long-term thing, like, for what? If it's just going to be a fleeting thing, and then you looking for the next dopamine hit. Get control, man. Get control, dude. And you got to do that. That's why the practices, man, the stillness, the back to center, the concentrated strength, the focused thoughts. Breathe in some love and breathe out those feelings. And man, a lot of y'all need God, man. You got to pray to God like, yo, help me out with this, bro. Help me out with this. I need you to help me out with this. He gonna help you because he like, okay, you trying to be a better man. I appreciate that. And this is why I'm in the realm I'm in now, to be 100 with y'all. This is why I'm in the realm I'm in now. All of this work and all of these thoughts and all of these things I've done and the mistakes that I've made, I'm seeing now it led me to this point to where now I'm meeting beautiful women and I'm like, dang, I just got to be bro to them for now. Like, I'm literally placing them in the friend zone first off top because I must. It's an absolute must, dude. Because one, I have to see what you own. You gotta stand the test of time. And two, because they most likely are coming to me because they need some help. And I have the tools to help them. Then the third thing is it may possibly be the one. But again, the first two things have to happen first. The first two options got to go down first. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on here. And you won't know what's going on here. You won't know the crazy history. You won't know the traumatic stress that they have. You won't know none of that stuff. Because obviously everybody's trying to put their best foot forward. Nobody's being upfront with each other. You got to be 1,000 with each other right out the gate, man. Look, I don't take showers sometimes, weeks at a time. I'll not take a shower for a couple weeks sometimes. Like, hey, you okay with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, dead serious, dude. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, hey, I got issues with time management. You know, some people might have that. And it's like, okay, you got to let this stuff out up front. And it's not like, okay, I'm finna just give them all my flaws right away. But just being 100, man, just being real. You got to really be real with people, man. That's the only way it's going to work if you are trying to pursue something at the end of the day. And you got to really leave the idea of just trying to be with them intimately, man. You got to try and that's going to be an added benefit. You got to try and figure out if I want to be with this person for life. If I want to build with this person for life. That's what it's about. That's what it's really about, y'all. So please consider these things. Please think about the stuff that I've mentioned today. It's really, really important. It's really going to help you. I guarantee you it'll help you explode your business. It'll explode your mindset. It'll explode your workouts, everything, dude. If you can just chill out, try not to be looking at pornography. You know, do the absolute best you can to resist. Do not do it, man, because it's only going to lead you down that path. It's only going to make you want it more. Okay. It's only going to make you look at them as objects more and more. You got to cut it out, man. It's not beneficial, dude. It's terrible, man. It only excites the want to have the real thing, dude. So when some of y'all get in front of a real beautiful girl, you get wild, man, and you start speaking real reckless. And you can't do that. You cannot do that. Because they're people, they're human beings. And some of them are like, yo, I didn't ask to be looking this good. And it's a problem because they're like having to go through this life and so many dudes are gawking at them and they're making them stars off top when some of them don't even want to be famous. Some of them don't even want the fame, but it's automatically bestowed upon them and they got to go through that process. And they not even known worldwide or mainstream, but literally in their everyday life, as they go out, people will treat them like they're a movie star 1000%, or a singer or something. Oh my God, you are so beautiful. You on the bus? Like, man, I'm just trying to get from A to B. Yes, I'm on the bus. No, I don't have a car. Girls, I'm sure they probably be tripping. I've literally heard this story in particular, not just more than a couple times, where guys, oh, you're on a bus? Whoa, what are you doing? It's like, what? I'm a pretty girl on the bus because I need to take the bus because I ain't got no other means of transportation. I can't be pretty and not have transportation. Like, what's going on, man? Dudes be tripping. I'm saying, y'all gotta trip, man. Cut the tripping, cut the games is what I like to say. Just cut the games. All right, cut the games. But hopefully you guys really understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully this resonates because it's coming from the heart, man. I'm going through it. All right. I'm totally going through it. I totally get it, y'all. It's like you see the pretty and then you want it so bad. And I get it, dude. But you got to control yourself, man. And you really have to come from a place that is loving and supportive and really wanting to help before you do anything else, before you get crazy. Okay, before you get all crazy, stop thinking about intimacy first. That's one of the major problems. Stop thinking about intimacy first. Okay, so yeah, that's my 2 cents on that, y'all. Because we got to get our minds right on that. That's a huge issue. I'm definitely be doing more videos on that. But that's one of the things I wanted to address. So really appreciate you guys, all right, for being here, for listening. Remember that mindset matters more than anything else, and that's a part of it. Okay, really get your mindset together. Okay, love you guys. Focus on the good. I got a lot of great interviews coming up. Really great interviews coming up, really great collaborations. Definitely, if you haven't seen me in Press Show, go check that out. Got a new playlist coming up with Jessica Bruno, also with Nupur Unchained called Unlocked. 2 interviews on the way for the next 2 weeks, and looking to build more. If you're looking to be interviewed, hit me up. I'm looking for legendary mindsets, y'all. Legendary mindsets. So yeah, that's about it. So go to the store, get some gear, help you to remind yourself. All right, mindsetmattersmore.store. Rep the crown. The crown, top of mind. Mindset matters. It's all a part of the plan, y'all. It's all a part of the plan. So love you guys very, very much. All right, again, have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Anytime. Out.